Alright. So, we'll start our discussions now on methodology, or chapter 3, and how to write your chapter 3. By the way, your chapter 3 is, the different subparts of your chapter 3 includes, first, and you take note ha, we have the research design. Second, participants and sampling technique. Third is we have the research setting. Next is we have the research instrument. Next, the research instrument is we have data gathering procedure. Next is we have analysis of data. And last is the ethical considerations. Kaya tani ka to, third. Ang bokhain. Okay, we will start with the research design. Okay. So the research design, if you will try to remember, di ba, on our previous discussions, we have discussed about the different types of qualitative research. Ano at ang mga different types of qualitative research? We have phenomenology, we have ethnography, case study, grounded theory, content and discourse analysis. So right now, din nga part, ito niyo chapter 3, under methodology, ito niyo research design, you will now be deciding as a researcher if what type of qualitative research will you be using. Ano, that would fit to your research problem. Let's say for example, in this case, ano meron ginamit? Phenomenological approach. So, dahil itong research design, you the researcher will now decide what type of qualitative research would you be using that will fit to your research problem. Ano? So, kung yung problem aims to explore lived experiences, then most probably ito yung gagamiton phenomenology. Kung ito yung problem aims to, objectivity yung problem aims to identify a specific cultural trait of a cultural sharing group, then most definitely you will be using ethnography. Inaano man at pagra-write, pagsusurat at content under research design. Number 1, primero is you decide ano nga klase. This study will be using phenomenological approach. Ano? Next, ma-identify na nga itong approach that you will be using. You will cite for a definition of the approach you will be using. So, dapat may ada citation. Example, this one. Specifically, this study will employ qualitative phenomenological approach, which involves exploring the phenomenon of faith healing by describing and interpreting. Phenomenological research as described by Grunwald 2024 is a type of qualitative research and so on and so forth. Ano? So, if you're already be able to state what type of qualitative design will you be using, define the design that you will be using. Of course, ma-cite ka, ay ma-provide kahin definition. Parado? Okay, next naman, ikatulong ang content at your research design is explain or discuss why you will be using this design. Usually, explanation like nila, you will be using this design because your objective is yan. Dapat, mahi-relate nim kung kay ano or mahi-explain nim kung kay ano, in nga specific design at gagamiton hit imo research.
Ano sir, phenomenological unmeaning, tas ano?
First, identify the design. Second, provide citation or definition about the design. Third, explain or discuss why you will be using that design. You need to connect why you will be using that design to your research problem. Actually, content hiton, research design. Are we clear? Uy.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Next is we have participants and sampling technique. Kasi ano, Maria, hindi na table at faculty room. Kasi di ba may mga libro with table? Kung nito yung violet na libro, qualitative, may nakasulat ng qualitative research. Violet yung libro. Buti lang yung libro, buti. Okay. So in qualitative research, the individual who partake the study is, we call them participants. Kaya quantitative research, we call them respondents. Ano? So, qualitative research, ipag-a-identify hit number of participants is may ada tagin susunod or predefined hiya. Ano? Not just like quantitative research, nagamit kita in formula pag-a-identify hit number of respondents. While a qualitative research, again, predefined na depende hiton klase, hiton qualitative research, kung pipira ba dapat itat i-include nga participants it aton study. So later on, we will try to discuss kung tagpira iton maximum participants, depende hiton klase, hiton qualitative research. Yan magpapatron.
Dinire-sir, inabagon.
Aba, and was comment. Saan pa ito?
Pero mga tayo ko bang esperas?
Aw, yan na. Go, haiyo.
Sir, kumatrong ka
Ito
na.
na yun, sir.
Ano ito nga ni kami humihin?
Sir.
Alas ano kung
May ho na kasi mauubos ang gamit. Kailangan
Six.
ko ano.
Go. Pagdak niyo. Ano
Ito
ba
na
yung
lang
pagdaraks eh?
Ako nga sir, kayo na nga ni kami di kasi sasalin. Bilang
Sino ka ba ito? Pagdak.
Ano sir,
Ano?
may kulong sarayaw pa dito.
Dili akit niya sa
Hindi mo, sir.
Ayan!
Pagkaon lang, sir, tapos
Ano nga
makakita.
pagkaon sir?
Ang bisan ano.
Ano pagkaon, sir?
Bisan ano kinaka-comfort nga tanan. Basta diri lang mabaho, diri lang. Okay. So according to Wambalika, here is the desired or the predefined number of participants according to the type of research. Yadi. Okay, take note ha. For case study, take note. Uy, dida.
Walang participants na sir.
Number of participants ha. For case study, minimum of 8 participants. For multiple case study. Of course, kung single case study tiya, salit tiya kay single. Pero kung multiple case study, minimum of 8 participants. Kung ethnography, at least or minimum of 15 cultural sharing individual. Meaning kung fraternity hira, dapat 15 out of the fraternity. Itong imo, i-include as participants. For phenomenology, at least 8. For action research, at least 10. And for content and discourse analysis, at least 10.
Ano?
Content and discourse, at least 10. Okay. In qualitative research, we have what we called data saturation. May tinatawag nga data saturation. Ano it meaning itong data saturation? Example, ethnography, pero ang minimum? 15. Nag-interview ka na, nga 15. Nakada ka pala ikapito nga participant, anong feeling nga ginliliwat-liwat na la niyaan? Answer. Meaning, waray ka na pakakapag-generate bago nga information. Meaning, kung anon ini-answerhan participant 5, 6, asya na naman ang ginyinakan ni 7. Mabalhin ka pa nga diha 8. Parehas na naman ang iya ginyinakan. Waray na bago nga information nga nasulod or nga iginsusumathan participant. Meaning, na-reach na ang data saturation or saturated na ang data. Waray na bago nga data nga na gawas. Paulit-ulit na la. So, bisan kung minimum of 15 ang ethnography, kay saturated na ang data, meaning, maudong ka na ditohan participant number 7. You would no longer continue your interview up to participant number 15, kay didi ha participant number 7 nag-saturate na ang data. That's what we call data saturation. Okay. Maaram makita niya na kung pipira i-include as participants depending on the type of qualitative research you will be having. The question now. Let's say for example, iton phenomenology, minimum of how much? 8. Sir, paano ang pagpiliin na 8? That is now what we call sampling technique or choosing your participants. Kay kanina, nagsusumat lahiya kung piraan minimum. But it doesn't tell us kung paano ta kukuhaon nga minimum of 8. So, quantitative research quantitative research or research in general na gamitin sinisiring nga probability sampling technique and non-probability sampling technique. Okay. What do you think is the difference between probability sampling technique and non-probability sampling technique? Julian. Ano difference? Di ba nag-statistics and probability na ka mo? What do you think is the difference between probability sampling and non-probability sampling?
Pag select it in the kanang individuals lang yun, probability ko naman.
Pepe.
Kumbaga, it probability, something techniques. Kumbaga, it nga, yung pinaka-expected with added in mind pala. Sure? No.
Ano na yung discussion about probability and non-probability in statistics? Pa?
Kuan.
Sino matay ko kalimang Fatima? Naka-record pa naman.
Probability, kumbaga, yung pinaka-expected na ang strategy.
Ano yung probability sampling technique or ano yung probability?
Kuan.
Meaning, ano?
Possible nga hinanag.
Possible na hinanabo or
expectation.
expectation or nasa nga rin kita nga probability. Meaning, everyone has an equal chance to be part of the sample. May ada probability kada usa to be part hiton sample. While non-probability meaning not everyone are given the chance to be part of the sample. Itong qualitative research na gamit hinan probability sampling. Meaning, it pagpo-point out ta, it pagpipili tahit sample is purely discretion about hiton researcher. Ano? Meaning, not everyone in the population had given the equal opportunity to be part of the sample. Number one, the probability, non-probability sampling technique is we have convenience. Selecting a group of individual or conveniently available for the study. Kung hinulit aada on the time of data gathering. Hirala, imig, i-include. Example, you want to know the lived experiences of OFW in Middle East. Natural, iti mo lang i-include kung hinutaan niya balangkayan niya, nagpauli na nga mga OFW, tika nga, Middle East. Kay, it is very much impossible if you fly to Middle East just to gather your data. In that case, you will be using convenience sampling. You will only include individual that is part of your target population who is available at the time that you will be gathering your data. Ano, are we clear? Next, we have the quota sampling from the word itself. Nagsiset iton researcher in quota. Let's say for example, kay minimum han ethnographic research and 15 individual, so maset akin quota nga 20. So meaning, mapili akin 20 dinhi nga fraternity. Mapili akin 20 members. That is quota sampling. The number of samples is decided by the researcher and selection is also made out of availability of the respondent. Makota ka, and at the same time, mapili ka kung hindi available dida nga respondent based on im quota. Are we clear? So, kung 30 ang miyembrohan fraternity, kay anana pulo naka-out of town, wala din niya balangkayan, so most probably, at nabayad din nalaan him, i-include as part of your sample. So, ang quota is 20. Next, this is the well-used type of non-probability sampling in qualitative research. The purposive sampling, using researchers' judgment to select a sample that they believe, based on prior information, will provide the data that they will need. Example, lived experiences of teenage mothers in Balangkayan. Of course, magamit ka in purposive sampling because you will only include those teenagers nga nag-undergo nahin pregnancy. Kay, hiralahit makakapag-provide hainhin data according to your problem or topic. Ano? So, napili kitahin sample or hintawo, hin participant based on the belief that they will provide the data that we need as a researcher. Last time is we have the snowball sampling. One sample leads to more sample of the same kind of sample. Parang try to imagine a snowball nga na go down from a slope. Habang yato pa igbaw guti pa itiya, but because iton snow, pag roll down it niya na ilarom nati kadako itiya nga ball. Kaya ang meaning pag tikang nim guti ilaan yung aram kunhin o ang pwede maging participants. Let's say for example, iton nga mga gamblers, mga paraghoygo. They might irehit mga personality, you cannot tell nga aadiin dili nga barangay it mga paraghoygo. It nakilala it haera, of course. Let's say for example itong mga fraternity naman, di mait itong information about the members of fraternity well known nga dahil itong general public. It maaram na it mga members, of course kunhin o it miyembro it fraternity. Let's say may nalanin mo usang aram nga miyembro, makadto ka haiya, magi-interview ka haiya. Kahuman ni haya ka interview, mapakiana ka. Hino pa iba nga mga members niya fraternity. Itutudlok ko naman ngadto. Pagkadto name, mapakiana ka naman, itutudlok ka naman ngadto it usa. It's a snowball. Ano? So, it leads, one sample leads you to the same kind of sample. Okay. Maaram na kita yanaan mga sampling technique. Paano naman nga igsusurat didi iton iyo chapter 3. Yadi. Sample. Number 1, you will decide kung hinit mga participant. You will describe. The participants of this study are the teenage mothers in Balangkayan, Eastern Samar, who at the same time officially enrolled in Balangkayan Senior High School for the school year 2022-2023. So, ma-explain na nga ninyo kung nino participant. Next thing is, you will decide what type of sampling technique would you will be using. Tigamit ka ba in convenience? Tigamit ka ba in quota? Purposive? Snowball? Ano, okay na? Din yung participants on sampling technique? Uy. Next. Easy. Research setting. I-describe lang niyo. Hain itong study situated. And you will just provide a map. Yes. You will just describe itong setting. The setting was conducted at the town of Balangkayan, Eastern Samar. Tapos you will describe the place. Balangkayan is relatively small rural town located at the middle part of Eastern Samar, one of the provinces of eastern part of the Visayas Island. Next is research instrument. So, added in your research instrument are your guide question for your interview. Ano? Ibubutang na din ito yung research instrument will be now your guide questions if ever you will be now conducting the interview. Kaya ano nga nag-interview kita? So that we can gather data, so that we can look for evidences or facts about the problem at hand. So itaani itong instrument is of course your interview guide questions. Next is data gathering procedure. Okay. Ano is solid data gathering procedure? You will just merely describe or tell in what order you will be gathering the data. Step-by-step process. Parang recipe like here. Kung ano yung pag-gather data. First, we will seek permit from the barangay chairman of Barangay 1, Balangkayan, Eastern Samar, since our target participant came from that barangay. Once the permit will be granted, we will orient our participants about the purpose, the objective of our study. Once the orientation is done, we will go now to the interview process. Before the interview, the researcher will give first written consent to the participant as to the privacy and confidentiality of data that will be gathered in the study. After the data will be gathered through interview, the participants will again conduct a series of observation from ano nga date to ano nga date. After the interview and observation, the researcher will gather now the data to analyze and interpret result. So meaning, itong data gathering procedure is you will just stating or describing how you will be able to gather the data in a step-by-step manner. Clarado? Okay. Next. Next from data gathering procedure is we have analysis of data. Usually, ito yung gagamiton niya type of data analysis is thematic analysis. Ito man, thematic analysis. You will just decide, this study will use thematic analysis and you will use a citation or you will provide a citation about what thematic analysis is. And why you will be using thematic analysis in your study to analyze your data. Clarado. Last is ethical consideration. Picture nila niyo as you can do it ethical consideration. Word for word. Okay. Kay ano nga nag-ethical consideration kita qualitative. Dili mahatag kayo yung copy. Kay ano nga nag-ethical consideration kita qualitative research. Kay there are information, especially through interview, there are information that are very sensitive and confidential. So dapat may ada ethical consideration, dispara sa iyo yan na, dapat may ada ethical consideration so that we can ensure the confidentiality and the privacy of data that we will be collecting from the participants. Are we clear? Okay, so that's it. Asyan hiya it content hit iyo chapter 3 methodology. Okay, right now, picturein niyo iti adi. Take ang hit chapter